Just make sure that you tune in to List Wits. You're watching List Wits. If you're blaming the microwave, just make sure that you tune in to List Wits. You're watching List Wits. If you're blaming the microwave, just make sure that you tune in to List Wits. You're watching List Wits. If you're blaming the microwave, just make sure that you tune in to List Wits.
Good afternoon, evening, ladies. Whatever time of the day it is. I have yet to figure that out with the new schedule. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to After Dark. I know I gotta fix the camera. I gotta fix the lighting. I don't know what it is. It is literally, I have had zero time to work with it because I've been working on a new game that will be coming up probably in a couple of weeks, I think. But it is only a one-player game, so I'm trying to put together as many questions to make it for as multiple players as possible. It's harder to rename objects in PowerPoint than I remembered, because you got to remember the old name, get the new name, rename it, and then when you're done, rename it back to the old name. It doesn't work too well. It is one of those things that I made some decent process on, and it was harder than I thought it was going to be. Just because of two setups. I thought it was going to be a simple one slideshow and go with it, but unfortunately, it didn't turn out that way. So I am getting close to the end of it, but we're going to make progress and get there and get it going when we have our special one-player game night only night, where we are going to basically do a bunch of one-player games. That's our goal. A couple of weeks from now, in which Discord will be your friend more so than your enemy. But yeah, other than that, it's quiet, it's peaceful. I literally fell asleep in the gaming chair again today for about 6 hours. I kind of realize now why I've learned how to sleep sitting up. Because this chair just makes it so easy to happen. But yeah, I was working on stuff, and Next thing I know, wife is coming home with groceries about 6 o'clock, and it's like, ooh, we're getting close. We're getting close. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get things set up, as we always do, with our list of the evening. And tonight's list is not a difficult one, I don't think. If you know your music, you should score pretty well on this one. Oh, pardon me. Why do I have the yawnies? I should not have the yawnies. I have my Rwandan coffee ready to go. And boy, howdy, they make this stuff. This is good stuff. One thing I had done was had the wife go to the International Food Market, and I just said, pick me up 2 random countries worth of coffee. Didn't care as long as one was Far Eastern and one I didn't care about. And she picked me up some Rwandan stuff, and it is fantastic. It's got some sort of herbal root in it. I can't remember now what it is. It's not chocolate. It's not cocoa. But it is fantastic, and I love it. I'm gonna say right now is probably my favorite of the lot, not counting my Scotch whiskey coffee. And it doesn't help when we can always flavor it up a little, which we are probably going to do tonight, just because, based on the last couple of weeks, I needed it. Because I will be honest, I was hoping this would improve I was hoping this shuffle proof would improve some late night participation. Hasn't happened, but we got hopes. You always have to experiment and try. As the great one says, try not. Or do not. It is try that matters. Okay, so I'm not a Yoda guy. But I still like my quote. Do or do not, try is what matters. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, on our list, we are looking for Michael Jackson songs for the evening. And because we are not at 10:30 yet, let's set it for 16 minutes. Again, if you get one of the items on the list, behind each item there are whammies, or channel points. A shot at the vault, we have small prizes. And what was the other one? Small prizes, shot at the vault, and a 1-player game just for yourself. So all you gotta do is come up with one of the 10. And if you've never seen this before, think of the old ITV game shows. If you're in Britain, think of Play Nation. And I will say, ignore the room code at the bottom. I have not fixed it yet, because that was like one of the last things to do on my list today. Because I don't know which game we're playing, so I don't know which set file I actually have to load up. So that remains to be seen. Now, the thing is, I have cleaned up the Jeopardy game. So now is basically a whole bunch of categories, choose 12 at random. Trivia may not work anymore with Jeopardy, because I don't have a dummy default question set. And what I'm going to have to do is basically just set up a set with 60 blank questions and go from there. And like I said, we'll have to test it and see what we're going to do with it. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, Grando, how are you doing, my friend? What is good? Beat It is not on the list tonight. So how are you doing this fine evening, night, morning, whatever it may be at your time of day? Well, actually, officially, well, yeah, I still have to say that. Thriller, not there. Ah, nicely done, C-Verb. We have our first off the board, and that would be Man in the Mirror is on the list. Dodging Tornado. Oh, dude, stay safe. We got lucky. We had heavy rains, no thunderstorms tonight. So we survived the really bad weather. Can't get enough. Don't stop till you get enough. Both good ones. I think both are going for the same song, but neither is our title for this one. Billie Jean, not on the list tonight. So again, tonight, if we get enough people in, so we're aiming for 15. We are going to be doing 15 to 1. If we don't get 15 in, and we only have about 2 or 3 people in, or let me rephrase that. If we can get close to 15 and we don't have 15, we will be doing Look Who's Standing. Who's Left Standing? It's a brand new game. I was going to save it for next week, but these are both 15 to 1 and Who's Left Standing were both brand new games. So I figure one debut is as good as another. If we don't get but like 6 or 7 people in, we will be doing Jeopardy. And if we only have 1 or 2 in, or 3, we're going to do a one-player multiplayer game called Avanti un Altro. It is not 100% done because I realized I forgot to put one character set together. But it is close enough that it will work. Like I said, I have what they call OCD when it comes to programming. I get toward the end of a project and I can see the end, but I'm like, all right, let's start on the next one. And then I'll get caught up in the next one till the end. And then I'll be like, oops, I forgot to do something on the original. And that's what happened with Avanti un Altro. It almost happened with one question. That's the one I'm working on. And it almost happened with Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? I backed off of San Diego because, like I said, that was the one I know I want to do from start to finish. No ifs, ands, or buts. But yeah, I have what is called non-completion. God, there's a term for it, where it's like you're really willing to work on a project, but when you get toward the end of the project, you don't want the project to finish. So you change projects so you can come back to it. There is a terminology for it, and I cannot remember what it's called now. But I have a case of that very, very, very badly. Where it's like, I don't want the project to be done because I'm not going to know what to do afterwards. Whereas, like I said, I've shown you guys my list of game show files. And it's a case of Smooth Criminal, not on the list. So as a case of one of these days figuring out why I have this fear of completion, I guess is the term. Wait, let's go see, because I know there's a term for it. And I'm going to pause the Twitch one there. Bum, 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 bum. Completion anxiety. That's what it is. That's what I have, is completion anxiety. I knew there was a term for it. I just thought it would be something a little more grandiose. That's all I get. I get completion anxiety. Somebody else gets this long scientific terminology name. Oh, you just got completion anxiety. Deal with it. But yeah, it's really weird that I have this, considering all the projects I've ever put on the burner, because a lot of them is like, you can finish it and then revamp it. But for whatever reason, I'm just afraid of finishing a project. But I kind of figured that out yesterday when I was in the office. Because I'm sitting there and I'm looking at what is a very, very simple... if you guys are answering the questions from Alex Trebekbot, always make sure you start off with answer. Because that's what the Trebekbot will require. And that was done to separate, in case a question came up in a game, they came up in the same time as the Trebekbot. Put the exclamation point in front of it, C-verb. And that was to separate, because, like I said, there are a limited number of questions in the universe. And there have been times when we will be playing a game. It doesn't happen often, where the question in the game is actually the question the bot will ask, just because I've forgotten it's been duplicated. So that was set up to definitely separate the two. What is the Michael Jackson song that was in the Center Stage movie? If it's what I think it is, I can't tell you. If it's what I think it is, I can't tell you, because I think it might be in the list. Let me go look real quick. Nope. Okay, it's not the same one. I will tell you that it is a popular one. Are we counting non-solo songs? Yes. If it happens to be a duet, it will count, as long as Michael Jackson has any credit involved in the singing or writing of it. Hello, Cakes. Hello, Trance. How you doing tonight? The Girl Is Mine, not there. Thriller, Scream, Billie Jean, ABC, Easy as 1, 2, 3, and that is why I don't sing. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wits After Dark, where, whoop, it would help if I get on Discord just in case. Providing Discord doesn't crash my computer, which is what I think has been happening lately. Where we are basically turning this into late night game show / talk show / can we fix the world sort of show. We are the world, not there. And give me a minute, because I don't think my audio is on like it should be. Voice and video. Okay, yeah, I think it's working. Oh, it's because I don't have noise suppression off. But yeah, I basically go through like 3 separate microphones for an entire show. Say, not on the list. So yeah, like I was saying, we are prepared tonight for regardless of how many players we get in. We are going to do one of 4 possible games tonight. And basically I figured this out. I have to have a big crowd game, I have to have a moderate crowd game, a small crowd game, or it's just me and one other person game. So you're going to see, if you guys ever go to the Discord, which is Discord. Every week, planned schedule will have 4 possible games listed. It will have game plan 1, big game. Tonight, like I said, we're still hoping to get 15-1 in. We will have to wait and see. Game plan 2 is we're going to do Who's Left Standing. And if we don't have enough for that, we're going to go down to Jeopardy. And then we're going to go to Avanti un Altro tonight. So those are our 4 possible games. The Way You Make Me Feel. That is the song that you were thinking of, C-Verb, from Center Stage. That was the one you were definitely thinking from Center Stage. Dangerous, not there. I will say, just to warn you, I think 2 of these are posthumous songs, just so you know. Because I always forget what year Michael Jackson actually died. There are at least 2 posthumous songs on the list. So I'm going to help you guys out just a smidge on that one. Was it 2008? Okay, then I'm right. Then there's 2 posthumous ones. But yeah, like I said, so if you guys just want to talk about whatever, feel free to join Discord. Or throw it up in the chat. You got a question. Now, again, there are some topics I won't discuss, but those are very, very few and far between. Because, like I said, it's late night. It's after dark. What's the point of after dark if you can't after dark it, right? Oh, I meant to make that 15 minutes, not 16 minutes. Damn it, I almost timed it perfectly. See, and I even came prepared so I don't have to go running downstairs to, like, reload the coffee. The only catch is my thermos only holds, like, 2 mugs worth. Maybe 3. So we'll have to see. After which we'll be turning our attention to adult beverages and just standard soda, just to keep myself awake. Rockin' Robin, not on the list. Dancing Machine, not on the list tonight. The Way You Make Me Feel. Want to be starting something. You ever notice that it sort of feels like the Beat It album was Jackson's idea of a gangster rap album? Or maybe Dangerous was the album. It was like that was his foot in the door without changing his style. Because you had Dangerous, Want to Be Starting Something, Beat It. What was the other one? There was one other song that was on there that it just felt like it was his attempt to either tone down the gangster music or make his foray into gangster music. I don't know. It's just how I think about it. But that's just my brain going psycho at times. I think it's a Dangerous album. Get on the Floor. Now, see, that one I don't think counted. That one was more of a dance. That was more of a God, I don't know. It's been so long since I've heard that one. Somebody will have to remind me because I don't have the non-song data or the non-list song data on my screen. Heaven Can Wait, not on the list. Don't stop till you get enough. She's Out of My Life. I'm trying to think which album was She's Out of My Life on? Can't remember now. Like I say, you try to keep up with so many facts, and then you're watching so many. I feel like Sherlock Holmes. I don't know if you guys remember when Watson is explaining how Sherlock Holmes basically memorizes his facts. It's basically, now that you've told me this, I have to forget it because there's only so much space in the brain to keep all that information. So it's like he never knew that the earth revolved around the sun, and he didn't care. Whereas when you try to do a game show or a trivia show, you try to remember everything and everything. It's like, I feel like those of us that run game shows, trivia shows, live trivias, happy birthday, Lisa Marie. I feel like our head should be like about this big, and not just from the ego. You count the ego, our head should be like about bigger than the standard width of a screen. That's what it should be. But it's like all that information and knowledge you try to remember, try to keep up with. It's like, oh, here's one more bit of information. Trip. The head goes up a little, then a little more, then a little more. Turns into one of those big balloons. And then when you have too much information, that's the only way you can die is when you got too much information. Your head just goes pop. Yes, he did. He did a birthday song on The Simpsons. He died of too much knowledge. He was too smart for society anymore. See, and then the really smart ones, they had a little, and it just expands just a tiny bit, so they got more leeway to give. Whereas if you're dumb like me, you add a little bit and just explodes like instantly. So we are still at only 2 Michael Jackson songs. It costs way too much for licensing, so you will never see it. That's right. You will never see it aired again until that song goes into public domain. Because I think somebody renewed the Happy Birthday song. Copyright. But you notice Twitch never goes after anybody that sings Happy Birthday. This is it. Oh, ow! This is it. Sorry, I can't do a Michael Jackson. I can't get my voice high enough to do a Michael Jackson. Or maybe no. Somebody said the. I'm trying to remember. Did copyright turn down the renewal? See, I'm trying to remember because I know I was looking stuff up on copyrights, and I can't remember if they turned it down when somebody made a claim on it. I do know that in 2 more years, unless the mouse gets really, really vindictive, a lot of Disney's movies actually go into public domain next year. Or in the next 2 years. I think 2024. And rumor had it at one point that Disney forgot and already let the renewal deadline pass. This is what happens when the man that controls everything, Walt, is no longer with us. You get a bunch of idiots that don't know how to run a business. Sorry, I had to say that just because Disney is Disney. Disney pisses me off so many times. Changing stuff and not doing it, and doing things and not doing things. So again, we are still looking for 8 Michael Jackson songs. I figured there'd be a couple of tough ones in there, but wow, I'm shocked. I am shocked that we still have 8 of them on the list. So again, we're looking for any song Michael Jackson has singing or writing credit to of any sort. Whether it is a single, duet, compilation, group. If you name it and his name's associated with it, it might be up there. Is one of them a Pepsi commercial? I don't remember which song. Which song did he get the fire in the hair on? I just remember the fireworks and the hair and the... No, because I want to say it was one of his big hits. I want to say it was one of his big hits that the Pepsi commercial was. Wasn't it bad? I want to say it might have been Bad was the one they were doing for the Pepsi commercial. Oh, it was Billie Jean. That's right. Yeah, with lyrics specific to Pepsi. I was thinking Bad for some reason, but then when you said Billie Jean, it's like, yeah, that kind of rings a bell. Heal the World, not on the list tonight. And for those of you that ask, that's one reason we went after dark. So I could quit turning the camera off and on. I know it gets me in trouble with some people, but it's like, deal with it. Wrong cat and mouse, C-verb. Although the funny thing is, I wonder if I could do a list of cat and mouse combinations. I don't know. It might be a little difficult. Because I can only think of 3 off the top of my head. Much Too Soon, not there. Behind the Mess, not on the list either. Are you okay, Listy? Are you okay, Listy? Are you okay? Nope, I'm never okay. I have to be insane to do this. You have to be insane to actually put yourself out there in the world for the world to see. Because you know somebody's going to use it against you at some point. Stranger in Moscow. Oh, God. That is one of the posthumous songs, I think. And I love that song for some reason. That's from Smooth Criminal. Yeah, I know. It felt better to kind of say it than sing it. Don't stop till you get enough. Don't stop till you get enough. No, what I want to do is I want to get my record player over here. The problem is I've run out of space for equipment. And I would love to, like, during a broadcast, just play albums. And it's like, don't worry about saving it. Don't worry, there'll be one of those unarchivable episodes on YouTube where I have it and just to say I did it. But like I said, that was one of the reasons I'd been looking up copyright stuff. Because I will be honest, I gave serious consideration just coming home from the office, putting up a black screen, and playing the album from War of the Worlds. That's all I was going to do. And I'm like, I think War of the Worlds was one of those I looked up, and it's in copyright limbo, so to speak. Chicago is on our list. Nicely done, Kegs. Kaylor's taking that posthumous thing and says, I'm going to run with it. Because, yeah, that was one of those that was kind of like in limbo. It is like, it's almost in public domain, but it's not quite. Nobody's renewed it yet. Because I went to, there's a site that literally lists all the record albums in the world. And it says, this one's copyright protected, this one's DCMA protected, so on and so forth. And as you guys know, I collect movie soundtracks. So I thought, I'm like, I just want to do a night of audio only. Just a night of audio only. We listen to the soundtracks, we talk, we just converse. And that's it. But it's like, it's one of those where I don't want to get in trouble. I try to follow the rules when I can. Ladies and gentlemen, the 30 minutes is up. And I'm going to admit, whoop, I did not mean to close that. Come back here, cool timer, because I need you later. I'm going to admit, I did not think this list was going to be as tough as it was. But sometimes it fools me. It's like, yeah, I know Michael Jackson. Yeah, I know Madonna. All right, let's go for a list of those songs. And boom, nobody gets them. What's the song from Free Willy? Let's see. That would be Will You Be There? That would be Will You Be There, which is not on the list tonight. But there were a couple that didn't surprise me. For instance, how many of you knew he had a song called Liberian Girl? As one of those, like, I never heard of it, I don't know it. Boo, why'd you pick that one for the list? I didn't. It's basically the computer went through the discography and said, these are the 10 tonight. One that I think you guys were toying around with was his other posthumous song, Love Never Felt So Good. This is on his last album that was released to the public. I think it was on the same one as Chicago. I think it was on the same one as Chicago, but I'm not 100% sure. One of those that surprised me you guys didn't get. Hello, Miss Stacy. How are you doing, beautiful? Is Baby Be Mine. I kind of thought that one was going to get snatched. I thought somebody was going to grab that one. It just didn't happen. The one I think Trance was thinking of, and Trance, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think you were aiming for Can't Let Her Get Away. I think this was like, because 91 was pretty much, I guess you'd call the twilight of his career. And I think this was like one of his last great number ones. Most everything else, let's see, what else do we have? We got 3 with that one. So it's like if you get into the late 90s, probably not going to be as well known. Such as You Are Not Alone, 1995. Yeah, when your career gets to the sparkly vampire stage, you're out of it. Now, see, I will say, honestly, I don't think Can't Let Her Get Away is obscure. Like I said, I think that was like one of his last good ones. I could understand You Are Not Alone, because like I said, that's when he's on his downhill of his career. Did Trance say You're Not Alone? Trance, you may have. Let me look. You are not alone. You are not alone. Oh, you did, Trance. I'll give you credit for that one. My bad. I will give you credit for that one. Now, ironically, I probably saw the word alone, and I went with his other Alone song, which was Leave Me Alone. I don't remember this one. And the funny thing is, that's in his heyday. 87, 88 was his heyday. I don't remember Leave Me Alone. And then we wrap it up, like I said, late career, just before posthumicity. Posthumicity? Is that a word? might be a word, was they don't care about us. I think that one might have been a duet. Let me see. Nope. Okay. It was one of his more controversial pieces. I don't remember the controversy for this one. Oh, I do remember this one, sort of. Yeah, this was the one that basically supposedly screamed anti-Semitism. It'd be funny if he released Leave Me Alone posthumously. No, I remember this one. I kind of remember this one because 7, they, according to Jackson, everybody read the lyrics wrong. But the catch was, he made sure not to film the video in the U.S. That one he made sure filmed in Brazil. And that's where all the argument came in about the anti-Semitism stuff. I kind of remember that one. All right, so with that, we are going to give trance number 5. That was my fault, trance. And with that, you are going to get a small prize. All right, so we will put trance. Small prize to be determined. Then we had Grando with black or white for 10 whammies. And then C-Verb pretty much got the only big hit on the board. Well, I guess you could argue black or white counts as a big hit. Man in the Mirror is a vault shot. Oh, just like that, C-Verb. Let me get over to it. Who knew it was going to come up that early? All right, C-Verb. You get a vault shot, which means you get to take one number off of any one dial. Which dial would you like us to remove an incorrect number from? The white one it is. All right, coming off the white, we are going to lose the 0. All right, that means we're looking for a 4-digit combination. The orange dial will be the first number, the white dial the second number, the blue dial the third number, and the green dial the fourth number. So C-Verb, of the numbers on the board, what 4-digit combination can we make that is going to open the vault for you? All right. C-Verb says we're going 7, 7, 9, 4. 7, 7, 9, 4. The combination has been entered. The combination has been locked in. And we hear sad trombones yet again. Not really a surprise. There's still a lot of combinations up there. We have a 1 in 4,800 chance. But like I always say, we could start with a brand new board and you got a better shot at opening the vault than you do winning the super lottery. Because the worst you can start off with is 1 in 10,000. And then we just work our way down from there. All right. And with that leaves Kegler with Chicago. Oh, and it's a 1-player game for Kegler. It's going to be one of those nights. The whammies are going to be tough to come by, apparently. Let me take a look. What do we want to give Kegler for his 1-player game? I'll tell you what we're going to do, Kegs. I was going to save this for the show. So we're going to kind of combine it tonight. So bear with me 1 second. And we're going to use your 1-player game to kind of float into our game of the night. And sometimes it just works like that. So give me a minute to get my file open. I'm going to check and make sure I got the right one. Oh, I didn't save my extra change. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So what we're going to do is we're going to start this game off with Kegler as our starting player. Let me make sure I got all my bugs out of this before I get started. Oh, it may not have saved it. I may not be able to use this. All right, Trans, have yourself a good one, ma'am. Did it not save my bug? Oh, I may not be able to use this one. Damn it. I may not be able to use this one because I think it might have crashed out before I finished editing this. But I am checking. Tell you what, we're going to wing it and see what happens. It's got some of my stuff in there, but not all of it. Actually, it's missing a whole bunch of stuff. This may be one that crashed out and didn't save. Oh, this one crashed out and didn't save. All right, I can't use that one. Oh, well, it was worth a shot. I have to go back and fix that because that was one that I thought I had repaired. And what I think it is I repaired it somewhere, but not where I had intended. All right, so... Give me a minute as I'm double checking kegs. Oh, man, that sucks. Because like I said, I thought I had fixed that. All right, kegs, for you, my friend. it's time to see how well your Winsanity goes. So for Winsanity, the goal is very simple. You're going to put up to 10 items in numerical order from largest to smallest. Off to watch Westworld. Well, don't spoil it, Trance. I'm mad now because, like I said, I thought Avante on Altero was fixed completely, and apparently I lost a file adaptation. So, Kegs, we have before you 4 facts. All you have to do is put these facts in numerical order from top to bottom. So, for instance, we have the number of nations that gave women the right to vote before the United States did. The number of sweat glands in 1 square inch of human skin. Setting a new record. The U.S. nuclear submarine Seawolf stayed underwater for this many days. The number of games called through the career of baseball umpire Bill Clem, Hall of Fame umpire. Kegler, with that, I need to know from you, what do you think is the lowest number on the board? Hey, Money, how you doing, my friend? All right, you're going to go for the women's right to vote. And you call that one the lowest on the board. All right. Here's the good news. We're going to show you the number of nations that gave the U.S. the right to vote before the United States. And that is 15 countries. All right, that means you've got 3 more clues that you have to work around the number 15. We have the number of sweat glands in 1 square inch of human skin. The U.S. nuclear submarine Seawolf stayed under for how many days? And the total number of games called through the career of baseball umpire Bill Clem. So, Kegler, we are looking for the second smallest number on the board. Now, here's the good news. If you think there's something less than 15, you've got space to move the 15 down. You're saving the baseball one. All right, we're going to go with days underwater. Now, we only give you the first hint. Now we need to know, I'm going to be nice, round 1. And we're going to show that the Seawolf stayed underwater for 60 days. All right, we are good so far. So now question number 3. The number of sweat glands in 1 inch of human skin. or the number of games called by Bill Clem as baseball umpire. Sweat glands is next. How many sweat glands are in 1 inch of human skin? 625. So you got to figure Bill Clem called more than 625 baseball games, right? I'm gonna guess this one's pretty good. How many games did Bill Clem call? He called 5,368 games. So there is your ground mark, Kegs. Now, with that, we are going to move to round 2. Round 2, we're going to show you 3 clues. We have the total number of distinct rivers in Jamaica, the total number of rickshaws in use in Hong Kong at the end of 2018, and the total number of tennis balls made available for an entire Wimbledon tournament. Now, you can basically tell me when you pick a item where it's going to fall. You don't have to get the number right. You just have to tell me where it's going to fall in the list. So which of those 3 facts are you comfortable with guessing? All right, so you think there were more than 5,368 tennis balls. So we're going to take the tennis balls and we're going to drop it in slot number 5. How many tennis balls were made available for an entire Wimbledon tournament? 42,000 tennis balls. All right, Kegs. That leaves you the total number of distinct rivers found in Jamaica and the total number of rickshaws in use in Hong Kong at the end of 2018. Yes, it is. And you got to think about it. It's like just one tournament. I need to look and see how many are in the others, because I'm thinking it's got to be the same. All right. So you think in Jamaica there are between 15 and 60 rivers. Now, I will tell you, if it's a tie, we count it as a valid guess, just so you know. So with that, how many rivers, distinct rivers, can be found in Jamaica? Well, I'll tell you what, let's do this. We're going to do reveal. Oh, it does them all. Oh, Kegs, there are 120 rivers, which is more than 60. Oh. which means wah, wah. Where's my sound effects? There are 120 rivers distinct in the little itty bitty country of Jamaica, which means, unfortunately, Kegs, we can only give you the 10 whammies from number 1 down. Or actually, we give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5. So we give you 50 whammies. And if you had to guess on the total number of rickshaws in Hong Kong, which I'm going to admit is one of my favorite facts I ever had found for this game, where would you guess the rickshaws go? Slot number 6, I will surprise you and tell you there were a grand total of 3 rickshaws in existence that were in use in Hong Kong at the end of 2018. That's it, 3. Unfortunately, Kegs, 50 points is all we get out of Winsanity tonight for you. But 50 is better than none, right? And with that, we are going to work our way over to our main game for the night. Now, if you are here and interested, speak up so I know how many people I have. And then we'll go from there. Because, again, we will either be doing Who's Left Standing or Straight Jeopardy. So I'm interested in knowing how many people we got. That are interested in participating tonight. Probably only do, hey, that's the way it goes sometimes, money. That's the way it goes sometimes. Like I said, I actually came prepared for oh, pardon my yawns. Yeah, this still has me concerned. Is like, where did my other slideshow disappear to? Because I know this is all wrong. I said, somehow I lost. I lost a bunch of edits, is what I lost, and I don't know how. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to try it. We're going to see if I de-broke it enough. And if not, I will work on this tomorrow. But ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to a Ventre un Otro. What this is basically it's going to be a one. This can be as short or as long as you want, providing you're not eliminated. What we have are 20 categories of questions. They will come up in order. Our first player of the game, whoever is chosen, will get the first category. They have to get 3 out of 4 50-50 questions right. If you get 3 out of 4 right, you will be able to choose one scroll on the board, and if it's points, it goes into your scoreboard. However, there are 5 mystery scrolls. There is the jinx, the luck, the curse, the duel, and I forget the 5th one off the top of my head. But if you pick that scroll, you have to face off with a special competition. And we will get into those competitions if the scrolls are drawn. The player who is in control basically gets to stay in control as long as they want, as long as they get 3 or 4 questions right. At any point, you can stop. All right? If you stop, or you have to complete a question set. After you complete a question set and draw a scroll, if it's points, you can stop your turn, and that will put you in our leaderboard position. Then we will choose another player to take the next spot. They will then have to try to beat your score. So again, it could go, one player could get through 15 scrolls and basically run away with the game. However, the other one is the audience question, where you're going to choose an audience player to attempt to answer your question, and they will play fair and try to answer correctly. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, who would like to be our first player of the game? Why are you not opening? Kayla says he's... All right, Stacy, you are going to be first. Oh, hold on, am I missing something here? Chat will work just fine because you get to think about it. Oh, come on, game. Why are you crashing on me? Ah, damn it. All right, let's see. Why are you not working? Questions. Open. I'm missing some stuff, I think. All right, Stacy, here is your first question. Now, all four of your questions are the topic of all bark and bite. The bloodhound breed of dog was known as being the breed of this saint. Was it St. Damian's Hound or St. Hubert's Hound? I gotta figure out why. The bloodhound breed of dog was known as being the breed of this saint. All right, she says St. Hubert. Is she correct? She is correct. One green on the board for you. The bloodhound was known as St. Hubert's Hound. All right, that only means you have to get two more questions right. Question number 2. What name is given to the dog that runs directly behind the lead dog on a dog sled team? Is it known as a switch dog or a swing dog? Stacy says it's a swing dog. Is she right? She is right again. All right, Stacy, all you need is this third question to lock in a scroll. W.C. Fields once said that this was man's best friend, not dog, by stating when two kindred souls get together for a friendly session, do they sit there and pet dogs? Is that whiskey or scotch? W.C. Fields once said that this was man's best friend, not dogs, by stating when two kindred souls get together for a friendly session, do they sit there and pet dogs? All right. Did W.C. Fields say man's best friend was scotch? Oh, no, he said it was whiskey. All right, Stacy. That means you have to get this question right. And here is your question. According to an Aesop fable, sailors would often bring along monkeys or this small breed of dog for good luck. Did they bring along spaniels or Malteses? Stacy says Maltese with some doubt. Is she right? She is right, and that means, Stacy, you got 3 out of 4 correct. Which means you get to choose a scroll from 1 to 20. Which scroll would you like? Scroll number 13. And in scroll 13, Stacy, you get 20 whammies. Now, you can stop here. That will give you 20 whammies. And that will be the leaderboard. Or you can try to earn some more with another set of 4 questions. But if you miss out, you lose everything. Favorite game I ever created is probably one we've never played. And that is, well, let me think. My favorite game I ever created, probably That's the Question. Because That's the Question basically is easy, and it's basically everybody in chat can try to participate. But I have certain favorites. Like my favorite one-player game is Secret Fortune that I made. My favorite Discord game is Definition. Honestly, I'd have to pick like by category. All right, Stacy is going to continue on. All right, Stacy, with that, here is your next category and questions. It's in the Navy. This admiral was famed for his famous blockade of Mobile Bay during the Civil War. Was that David Farragut or John Paul Jones? Like, for instance, right now I'm working on one question. It's fun to put together, but it's going to be interesting in terms of gameplay because it's only for like a team of 2. But I could pick, like, it just depends on my mood, honestly. All right, is it John Paul Jones who blockaded Mobile Bay? No, it was David Farragut. David Farragut basically sat the USS, what was the name of the ship? He had like a battalion of ships, and they literally sat outside Mobile Bay, and nothing was getting into the city from the ocean. Like, I'd love to run Take It or Leave It. I love Pointless. But yeah, I'm going to say of the ones that I've created, and I'm not talking about ones I've adapted from other people. Now, if I'm talking about ones I've adapted from other people, Press Your Luck is definitely my favorite. All right, so Stacy, you cannot miss any of the next 3 questions. Robert Mitchum was a Navy stalwart in TV's The Wind of War. Ali McGraw portrayed she portrayed his daughter-in-law or his mistress? In the Winds of War TV miniseries. Did Ally McGraw portray his daughter-in-law, or his mistress? Stacy says it's mistress. Is she right for 20 whammies? No, it was daughter-in-law. Ally McGraw was Robert Mitchum's daughter-in-law. And unfortunately, Stacy, that is it. 0 whammies for you. We cannot put you in the leaderboard. We cannot give you a scroll number. Womp womp. So, ladies and gentlemen, who would like to try next? And why did that go to 20? That should not have gone to 20. All right, give me a minute, Guapo. I got to fix something. There we go. All right, Guapo. If you are ready, here is your new category, which is just peachy. So, Guapo, most likely know the capital of Georgia is being Atlanta. But which city was the first capital of Georgia? Was it Augusta or Savannah? He says Augusta. Is he right? No, Savannah. Savannah was the first ever capital of Georgia. All right, Guapo. That means you've got to get the next 3 correct. Question number 2. The Okefenokee Swamp, the largest in North America, covers 400,000 acres. And in native Cherokee means this. Does it mean watergrass or trembling earth? Guapo says it means trembling earth. Is he right? He is right. Okefenokee, the largest swamp in North America, which covers part of Georgia and Florida, in Cherokee means trembling earth. All right, Guapo, 2 more questions. Question number 3. On New Year's, even in New York City, they drop the crystal ball. But since the early 2000s, Tallapoosa, Georgia, drops a stuffed what named Spencer? Do they drop a stuffed possum or a stuffed raccoon? In Tallapoosa, Georgia, on New Year's, Guapo says they drop a stuffed possum. If he's right, he's 1 question away from a scroll. It is a stuffed possum. All right, your 4th and final question, Guapo. The Fantastic Pit, the 12th deepest cave drop in the continental U.S., is found in Georgia. and is as deep as which famed American structure is tall from base to tip? Is the fantastic
I don't know that
Amazon off? Is it the Statue of Liberty in New York or the Space Needle in Seattle? The Fantastic Pit, the 12th deepest cave drop in the continental U.S., is found in Georgia and is as deep as which famed American structure from base to tip? All right. El Guapo says the Space Needle. If it's the Space Needle, Guapo, you get to choose a scroll. Is it the Space Needle? It is the Space Needle. Nicely done, Guapo. I'm going to admit, I think those are 4 of my favorite facts I ever learned about Georgia. They weren't easy, they weren't well known, but they were cool to learn. All right, Guapo, that means you get to choose your scroll. Number 13 is off the table. Which scroll would you like? Number 18. All right, now, before I pick it, just to remind you, there are 5 special scrolls. If we get the duel, you don't have to worry about it because there's no champion at the moment. It's just basically that scroll is lost and gone forever. If you draw the jinx, you have to worry about a little, but you're playing for no points. On the jinx, we will show you a topic, a question, no multiple choices. If you get it wrong, you're out of the game. Then we have the straight elimination scroll, which is basically if you draw the elimination scroll, you're out of the game. Then there is the audience play. If you get the audience play, you have to choose one member in the audience that will answer the next 4 questions for you to try to keep you in. And they will play by the honor system. They will play to win because I will give them whatever whammies is drawn on the next scroll. All right, so 18 it is. And with that, Guapo, is the audience play. Oh, that means, Guapo, you have to play the next category. You have to play the next question. But you have to choose a player in the audience to answer the next 4 questions for you. Who do you trust, Guapo? Who do you trust to answer 3 out of 4 right? Trust none of us. And you can't choose the host. You cannot choose the host. Just so you know. Because I got... nope. It is treated as the game is treated, Kegler. He has to choose a player before the category. All right, Kegs. You are playing for Guapo. So, Kegs, here is question number 1. In the category of Little Boy Blue, which musical instrument was originally only known as the horn? Was that the French horn or the trumpet? See, I would have picked Moneymaker. I will be honest. I would have picked Moneymaker just to get him back in the swing of things. Because like I said, the questions are quick, easy, they go through fast. And I trust Money. Actually, I trust most everybody that plays, to be honest. Twisted is kind of on the dangerous side. Well, you can only miss 2 max, because you got to get 3 out of 4 right. So, Kegs, which musical instrument was originally only known as the horn? Should trust Twisted. I have a limo. He's basically saying he's already got money. He doesn't need any more. All right. Keg says the French horn. Is he right? He is right. It is the French horn. And, oh, by the way, Guapo, you cannot assist. So, no hints, no clues. It's the honor system because I can't keep up with everything. But just so you guys know, the audience player has to play it on their own. All right, Kegler, question number 2 for Guapo. What is the identifying characteristic between an Asian rhino and an African rhino? Is it the horn size or the number of horns? You don't think you have assistance to give anyway. So, Kegler, what's the difference between an Asian horn and an African horn? Or Asian rhino and an African rhino. Sorry. He says it's the number of horns. Is he right to keep Guapo in the game? He is right. The Asian horn, I think, has 1. Or wait. The Asian, I think, has 2. The African has 1. I think. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on that. I forgot to look it up. All right, 3rd question. You get this right, Kegs, you lock in Guapo for a scroll. What was the theme music of the Green Hornet on radio? Was it the Flight of the Bumblebee or the Ride of the Valkyries? On the radio show, the Green Hornet. Which song was the theme music? Flight of the Bumblebees or Ride of the Valkyries? Now, you can consider this a freebie because if you miss, you still got one more question coming. So there's actually no pressure on question 3. He says it's the Flight of the Bumblebee. Is he right? Does Guapo get another scroll? It is the Flight of the Bumblebee. Nicely done, audience participation. You have given Guapo a new scroll. So, Guapo, 13 and 18 are gone. Which scroll would we like next? Number 7. And for you, Guapo, is 60 whammies. All right, so you have 60. Guapo, you can stop now. Take the 60, go to the leaderboard. Or you can keep trying another set of questions. All right, Guapo would like another set. All right, Guapo, you are back in control, so these questions must be answered by you. Here is your next category and question. The topic is playtime. Which of the following makes of cars was the first Hot Wheels car that was ever produced? Was it a Camaro or a Corvette? Guapo says it's the Camaro. It was the Camaro, 1965? Might have been 62. 62 or 65. So you are one question in. Question number 2. What label was given to the group of the first Hot Wheels cars ever produced? Were they known as the Hot Rods or the Sweet 16? What label was given to the group of the first Hot Wheels cars ever produced? Were they known as the Hot Rods or the Sweet 16? Guapo says they were known as the Hot Rods. Is he right? No! There were 16 original cars in the set, and they were known as the Sweet 16 in an attempt, and this is just rumor, they called them the Sweet 16 so that boys, when they collected them, could have their own Sweet 16 like the girls did. All right, Guapo, that means you've got to get the next 2 right. Question number 3. This toy has been featured in the films Toy Story, Hairspray, and Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls. Is that Barbie or Slinky? This toy has been featured in the films Toy Story, Hairspray, and Ace Ventura. Is that Barbie or Slinky? Guapo says it's the Slinky. Is it the Slinky? It is the Slinky. I don't remember how it was used in Hairspray. I do remember in Ace Ventura, they use it to tie up one of the bad guys. I do remember that. All right, Guapo, you need one more question right to draw a scroll. And here is your question. Pung and chow were terms used in what popular imported Chinese game? Was it Mahjong or Go? Pung and chow were terms used in what popular imported Chinese game? Is that Mahjong or Go? Guapo says go. Is he right? No! Pung and Chow are basically Chow is a matching set of 4, I think, in Mahjong, where you draw all 4 tiles out at once. And I think Pung is based on your position. Oh, Guapo, unfortunately, you have been eliminated. And we need a new player. Who would like to be next? All right, Twisted is up. Hey, what happened to your avatar, Twisted? Hold on. There we go. You can't push an opponent up. You pushed him up. That means you came up to the booth. Yeah, you got punked. All right, Twisty. Here is your topic and your first question. It is called Quackery or Not. In medical folklore, if someone gave you the evil eye, you had to rub what on your naked body to cure it? Or in Twisted's case, this is a normal everyday Saturday. Did you have to rub raw meat on your naked body? Or an egg? I should say raw egg, but Twisted says egg. And he would be right. Question number 2 for you, Twisted. According to ancient Romans, the cyclamen plant had the ability to prevent this. Is it baldness or warts? Twisted says baldness. And he would be right. All right, Twisted, you only need one more right for a scroll. And here is question number 3. According to folk beliefs in the Old South, you could tie a rattlesnake skin around your wrist or leg to prevent this. Is that rheumatism or arthritis? When I first wrote this question, I thought it had said, tie a rattlesnake around your wrist. I really did. I'm like, yeah, that's going to cure a lot permanently. Is it arthritis? No, it's rheumatism. According to folklore, you tie rattlesnake skin around your wrist and it draws out whatever is causing rheumatism in your limbs. All right, Twisted, you need question number 4 for a scroll. And here is your question. This is the name of the process in which holes were bored or drilled into the skull to release evil spirits from mentally ill people. Was it known as knockeration or trepanation? This is the name of the process in which holes were bored into the skull to release evil spirits from mentally ill people. Was it known as knockeration or trepanation? Twisted says it is trepanation. Twisted? That scroll is yours. So, Twisted, which scroll would you like? Number 16. And we reveal for you, Twisted, 100 whammies. All right, Twisted. So you have a choice. You take your 100 whammies, walk to the leaderboard, or you can go for another category. All right, Twisted is going for another category. So far, everybody's been burned on going for 2. But can Twisted break the streak? Let's find out. We are looking at Shaken, Not Stirred. She sang the song Nobody Does It Better from the Bond film for The Spy Who Loved Me. Is that Carly Simon or Olivia Newton-John? Twisted says it's Carly Simon. It is Carly Simon. All right, question number 2 out of 4. Which Bond film had the most tracks on its standard studio soundtrack recording with 30 individual songs? Was it Spectre or Skyfall? So you take the standard Bond film soundtrack for Spectre and the standard one for Skyfall. One of them had 30 individual songs. Twisted says Skyfall. Is he right? He is right. Skyfall had 30. Spectre, I think, had 26. I know it's close. All right, question number 3 for a scroll. Only 2 Bond songs have won an Oscar for Best Original Theme Song. One was Skyfall by Adele. The second was Live and Let Die by Paul McCartney for Live and Let Die, or Writings on the Wall by Sam Smith for Spectre. You're going to say Live and Let Die. Did Live and Let Die win an Oscar for Best Original Theme Song? No! It did not win that year. It was nominated but didn't win. Writing on the Wall by Sam Smith did win. All right, Twisted, that means you've got to get this one right to draw a scroll. However, more than one song has received an Oscar nomination in the James Bond collection, including this song from the 1967 spoof of Casino Royale. Was it The Look of Love or Little French Boy? Fifty-50 shot. Yep. He's going for The Look of Love. did The Look of Love receive an Oscar nomination? Yes, it did. Look of Love did indeed receive an Oscar nomination. So with that, Twisted, you get to draw a scroll. Now again, remember there are 4 scrolls up there still that have special rules to them. Number 5. And in scroll number 5, we have 80 more whammies. All right, Twisted. You are at 180. You can take your 180 and take your leaderboard spot, or you can push your luck. Avanti un altro. Twisted says, let's do it again. All right, Twisted. Your next category is state of sport. It should be obvious. But what is the official state sport of Minnesota as of 2009? Is it ice hockey or curling? Twisted says, it's obvious. We're Americans. We don't do curling. It is ice hockey. All right, Twisted. Question number 2. Although it's been around for a while, California only adopted this as its state sport in 2018. Is that surfing or the skateboarding? Twisted says skateboarding. No, California adopted surfing as its state sport in 2018. All right, that means Twisted, you need the next 2. Hey, Kegler, it's a Delaware question just for you. Even though the state is small, this was selected as the state sport in 2014. Is that bicycling or roller skating? Now, take your time, Twisted. You have all the time in the world to think about it. I need to actually play ads during this so I can force them to where I want them. Because I forget I can do that during this game.
Is this one of them? Or is it this one? Or this one? We'll find out in a moment in this game of hide and seek. And these 9 celebrities. Gabe Pagoda. Alice Oakley.
I remember I found out Delaware had one, so I had to throw that in there.
Dan Murray. Linda Carter. Liz Torres.
Twisted says the state sport of Delaware is bicycling. To stay in the game. Is it bicycling? It is. So bicycling giving Twisted 2 out of 3. This is the crunch question, Twisted. In the state of sport, not every U.S. state has a state sport. But how many of them share the rodeo as a state sport? Is it 3 states or 5 states? Not every U.S. state has a state sport, but how many of them actually share the rodeo as a state sport? Going 5. Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, and maybe Arkansas. How many states have rodeo as a state sport? Is it 5? No, it's 3. It is, if I remember rightly, Texas, Oklahoma, and Wyoming. I think those are the 3 that have rodeo as an official state sport. Ah, twisted. Wah, wah. 180 whammies. Down the drain. And who would like to be next? Oh, Texas, Wyoming, and South Dakota. Okay. I knew Texas and Wyoming, and I thought Oklahoma. But I could see South Dakota being a legitimate option. I thought it was Oklahoma, but just goes to show I can be wrong too. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for a new player. We're looking for somebody to claim the hot seat. Who would like to try next? Oklahoma doesn't have one? Let me see. State sport of... Nope, they don't. Apparently only 20 states. Only 20 states actually have a state sport. And I'm afraid to ask what wakeboarding is. You're the only active speaker at the moment, Kegs, but I'm looking for anybody that's interested. If you've never been in before, feel free to step up. Oklahoma State Sports should be cow tipping. So I'm looking for anybody that's interested. And again, I'm not going to call you guys out on the channel because that's no fun. But you guys are more than welcome to step up and participate if you would like. Yeah, because it's like, that's the state sport of Michigan. I'm like, really? Michigan? They must not have a lot to do in Michigan. All right, Kegs. Now, here's the good news for you, Keg. You only need to get one category right if you want at the moment to win the game. Because we do not have, and I did the wrong thing. Hold on. I keep forgetting to reset my scoreboard when there's an elimination. All right, Kegs, if you are ready. Quack category number 1. The gang's all here. These are 4 questions about various gangs or groups. In which Grand Theft Auto game do you encounter Ani Pole's Haitian gang? Is that Grand Theft Auto Vice City or Grand Theft Auto 3? Kegler says, you will find the Antipoulet in Vice City. It is Vice City. She is the one with the cupcake shop, I think, or the cookie shop. It's like one of the first ones. That's the one that broke Grand Theft Auto Vice City. If you did something in that game, I think if you saved it and your last save point was Antipoulet's, your save file got corrupted. I know because it happened to me. So I had to start all over on that damn game. All right, Kegs, question number 2. What is the Irish crime family name that is at the center of the movie Johnny Dangerously? Is that the Dundees or the Fitzpatricks? Kegler says it's Dundee. Is he right? Yeah, Michael Keaton, breakout stardom, Johnny Dundee, a.k.a. Johnny Dangerously. Oh, Ma! Wham! I loved Ma in that movie. She was like the greatest character. All right, question number 3, Kegs. For a scroll. Which flowering subgroup of the Triads makes an appearance in Hitman Codename 47? Is it the Black Chrysanthemums or the Blue Lotuses? Which flowering subgroup of the Triads makes an appearance in Hitman Codename 47?
The greatest name in cosmetics presents the 1, 2, 4, 8, 16.
Kegler says it's the Blue Lotus. If he's right, Kegler draws a scroll. Is it the Blue Lotus? It is the Blue Lotus, and that is 3 out of 4, Kegler. So with that, you get to choose one of the remaining scrolls. Which scroll would you like? 1, 2, 3, 4. We've removed 5 of them. Remember, we have 4 specialty ones still up there. Number 17 is 130 whammies. So, Kegler, you have a choice. Take the 130 and move to the leaderboard, or try for another category.
Backseat driver.
He is sitting down. And yep, it's broken. I gotta fix my character module, because it's actually supposed to put your character up top, and I don't know why it didn't. So I'm going to cheat again. And who would like to try next? There's a cat in the podium. I gotta fix that. Like I said, I don't know what happened to it, but I'm missing like 2 major character options. One is it's supposed to copy the character over, and 2, if the Jinx comes up, it's supposed to pull another character that's not in the slideshow. So I've got to fix that. So we have a target, folks, of 130. I gotta fix that. I don't know what's wrong with that one. All right. Probably probably a little bug. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but we'll have to see. So we are looking for somebody to try to dethrone Kegler. Are there any takers? Come on, guys. I got my coffee. I'm ready to go. Money, get your butt in there. There's a sleep number bed. Money, money, money. I gotta see if I've got your character made. That's a good question. Oh, like I said, there's no time limit on this one. That's why I don't have a moneymaker character. Where's my moneymaker character? I know I made one. Oh, now I'm not happy. All right, money. Oh, come on, you stupid little... I've got to fix my scoreboard. All right, money, your goal is to make 130 whammies or better. So with that, new category is to the letter. Money, this one-letter model number of the Ford automobile was the first six-cylinder car. Was it the Ford Model S or the Ford Model K? Money says it's the Model S. Is he right? No, the Model K was the first six-cylinder. All right, that means, Money, you've got to get all three right. Here is question number 2. This is the name of the mascot of the San Jose Earthquakes in Major League Soccer. Is he known as V or Q? He says his name is Q, and it is Q for Quake. Although he is not named Quake, he's literally named Q. Question number 3. You know that the circle C is the copyright symbol of writing. What is the copyright symbol of sound recordings? Is it the circle P or the circle D? Yes, you can copyright sound recordings. Money says it's Circle P. It is Circle P. I think it means production rather than copyright, but I'm not 100% sure. All right, Money, you need this question to draw a scroll. In German scientific notes, this letter by itself is used to represent Avogadro's constant. Is that an L or an N? In German scientific notes, this letter by itself is often used to represent Avogadro's constant. He's going to go for the L. And you would be 100% right. The L in scientific notation is Avogadro 6.023 times 10 to the 23rd something. Don't know any German, much less scientist. So with that, Money, you get to choose your first scroll of the board. Number 1. So we're looking for anything above 130. And we hit 70. So you are halfway there. So, Money, there's no point walking away. You can't take the leader spot yet. And the next category for you is whether or not. And here is your first question in the category. This layer of the atmosphere is just above where most of Earth's weather occurs and is characterized by its increasing temperature with height. Would that be the stratosphere or the troposphere? He's going stratosphere. And you would have it right. I wish I could remember these when I have them. The troposphere is above the stratosphere. But the weather takes place just below the stratosphere. It's any changes in the atmosphere. Is it the ionosphere is there? I think it's the ionosphere. All right, question number 2. An octa is a meteorological measure that is used to define this. Is that wind intensity or cloud cover? An octa is a meteorological measurement that is used to define this. Money says wind intensity. Is that what an octa is? No, an octa defines cloud cover. When they say it's a 90 octa day, it means 90% cloud cover. All right, Money, you need these 2 questions. Wildfires are known for sometimes creating tornadoes made out of fire. These are known as, is it fire funnels or fire whirls? Wildfires are known for sometimes creating tornadoes made out of fire that are known as, is it fire funnels or fire whirls? Money says they're known as fire whirls. And they are. I have never actually seen one. I've heard of them, but I have never seen a fire whirl. All right, Money. Question number 4. For a scroll. Which Arizona city is surrounded by the Valley of the Sun? Is that Phoenix or Tucson? Moneymaker says it's Tucson. I know it's called the Valley of the Sun because I know it's like one of the sunniest spots in the United States. But which city is surrounding it? Or is it surrounding? Oh, no, it's Phoenix. Phoenix, Arizona is in the Valley of the Sun. And that means, unfortunately, Moneymaker cannot get that second scroll. So close and so far. So, I'm just curious as to what you guys think so far. Like I said, this is like one of those one-player games that can be multiplayer eventually. And I want to see how many categories I got left. Oh, I forgot it randomizes them. Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay. All right, so we got about 10 categories left. Cool. And like I said, I'm going to add a few more video tweaks to it. Like I said, because we've only come across one of the specialty ones, which surprises me. For instance, there is the Jinx Scroll, which basically wipes out your score, and then you have to play a sudden death question. There's a Duel Scroll, which basically matches you to your opponent's high score, and then it's a head-to-head question. We did the audience one. There's the elimination one. And then there's the good luck. And the good luck is, if I remember right, supposed to be, it goes from 2 to 4 for choices. But I'm hoping the good luck one doesn't come up because I think that one's going to break it. Because 2 of my slides are missing. And like I said, I think it auto-saved it and then crashed and erased some of the work I was working on. And I was so irate that I lost one of my favorite new characters. Basically, the Grim Reaper shows up. All right, so I'm looking for anybody that's ready to try their luck again. Again, we give preference to anybody that has not participated. And like I said, if you win the game, you get some whammies. The question is how many? If we don't get too many more players, then we will wrap it up and we will give Kegler a chance to win 1,300 whammies. So we are looking for anybody else. Again, if you're on the channel and just lurking, you are more than welcome to participate. Like I said, my problem is all my viewer counts are like totally screwed up. I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know how many people are here and how many are bots. All right, so what we're going to do, Kegs, is we give 5 minutes to get a new player in. If we don't get a new player in 5 minutes, then you're going to the finals. Yeah. No, see, Money, you can't be a bot. You have way too many, what's the word I use? Too many neurons firing at one time. So again, I'm looking for any one player that would like to step up and try to take Kegler out of the winning spot. 130 is surprisingly been tough to beat. Everybody has gone for a second scroll has been defeated on scroll 2. So here's the worst part. All the questions that even didn't get used in the main topics, the ones we had, I am there's a wet bar up there. I'm literally going to be throwing those away. They're all getting dumped into the trivia bot listing. Because I'm trying to make it so that if I get through a category of files or a file of categories, I don't ever use that category again. Which is going to make Jeopardy really interesting. It's going to make Jeopardy really interesting because I still put a time limit on it. And there have been games where the play in Jeopardy has been so slow because the lag has been so bad. We barely made it through half the questions. So can you see me throwing 60 questions to the chat bot that you guys have never seen before? Oh, Lord have mercy. That is going to be painful in more ways than one. So next week I think we'll go with Who's Left Standing. Now I'm going to warn you guys, chat is a very big part of that. So Discord will probably be as important, if not more important. Because you literally have a 20-second timer. So lag is going to be an issue. You literally get 20 seconds per puzzle. So next Saturday will probably be Discord heavy. The week after that, it's going to fall along the lines of tonight's Avanti, where I think we're going to do one-player game night. Which means Price is Right, Winsanity, Avanti un altro, one question. 1 and 6 zeros. Off work. Hey, that's what they call vacation. Vacation is a good thing, money. So tomorrow or today, I'm gonna finish one question, or try to finish it. I'm gonna fix this one because, like I said, I'm still mad that my graphics are missing. And then I'm going to check a few others for new questions because I need to put some new questions in Winsanity. I need to put some new questions in... what's the other good one-player game one? I'm drawing a blank. The Code. And then after that week, we may do Teams Week, where you're going to play with a partner. Hello, Rogue. How are you doing? Rogue, you interested in the hot seat? If you're interested in the hot seat, let me know, because I'm looking for one player to take on Kegler's 130. All right, sweet. Kegler, you almost got away with it. All right, Rogue. What we're going to do, since you haven't been here, is I'm going to give you a category and 4 questions. You have to get 3 out of the 4 right. If you get 3 out of the 4 right, you draw a scroll that's still on the board. Every scroll contains either whammies or one of our specialties. If you draw the whammy, we give you that many points. Your goal it did it again. Damn it. Hold on. Oop. Like I said, I got to fix my scoreboard. If you can draw more than 130 whammies, you win the game. Or until another player comes up. All right. So, Rogue, if you are ready, your category is who needs animated. Regular Disney movie star Fred MacMurray made his first appearance in which Disney film? Was it The Absent-Minded Professor or The Shaggy Dog? Regular Disney movie star Fred MacMurray made his first appearance in which Disney film? Is it The Absent-Minded Professor or The Shaggy Dog? Okay, you're going to guess Shaggy Dog. Is it The Shaggy Dog? Yes, it was. Fred MacMurray made his first appearance as the Shaggy Dog. That's 1. You only need 2 more right. Question number 2. In The Love Bug, Herbie got his number 53 because the producer was a fan of what LA Dodger who wore that number? Was that Don Drysdale or Steve Garvey? In The Love Bug, Herbie got his number 53 because the producer was a fan of which LA Dodger? You're going to guess Don Drysdale. Is that the right guess? It is. Don Drysdale wore number 53, and that's the only reason Herbie got known as Ocho. Garvey was like number 6 or 8. Question number 3 to lock in the scroll. In Mary Poppins, the song A Spoonful of Sugar was inspired when the film composer Robert Sherman's son received a vaccine for which disease? Did he get the vaccine for smallpox or polio? Rogue says polio. Is it polio? It is polio. And that means, Rogue, you get to choose one scroll off the board. Which scroll would you like? The scrolls that are left are 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 19, and 20. So any of those scrolls you see still in the numbered boxes. All right, we are going for scroll 19. Again, we've still got 4 specials up there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the master of the house.
140 whammies. Rogue, you could stop right now and you would be our current hot seat leaderboard. Or you can take a chance, risk the 140, and try to add a few more to your scoreboard. One scroll puts you in the lead. Could you see winning this game with just 3 questions? It can happen. All right, Rogue is going to try to expand the lead. All right. Well, here's the risk. If you do not get 3 of the 4 next questions, you're out of the game. If you get the 3 of the 4 and you draw the jinx question, your score is wiped out to 0, and you have to answer a question to try to stay in the game. There is also an elimination one that basically knocks you out of the game regardless. All right. Rogue, here is your next category and first question. And the category is Shazam. In Greek mythology, where did the fierce Minotaur's labyrinth exist? Have a good one, Twisty. Be good. And give Anna my love. In Greek mythology, where did the fierce Minotaur's labyrinth exist? Was it on Manoa or Crete? In Greek mythology, where did the fierce Minotaur's labyrinth exist? Would you find it in Manoa or in Crete? Rogue says you would find the labyrinth in Crete. Is she right? It is Crete. That means question 1 down. That means you've got 1 to give. Again, you have to get 3 out of 4 right. And, well, there was an island of Manoa and there's an island of Crete. They're 2 different locations. Unless I just made up Manoa in the question, which I might have done. What was I just going to say? I know. One of these days I'm going to rememorize everybody how they want their pronouns working. Oh, just to warn you, Scroll 2 has been biting a lot of people in the butt. Scroll 2 has bitten a lot of people in the butt tonight, so we'll see. You know of the Androsphinx, the Sphinx of Egypt. But how many sphinxes were there in total in Greek and Egyptian mythology, including the Androsphinx? Were there 4 sphinxes or 3 sphinxes? You know of an Androsphinx, that's the great Sphinx of Egypt. But how many sphinxes were there in total, including Androsphinx? Were there 4 or 3? You're going to say 3. It is 3. And this was one of those weird facts I looked up. Hold on. There were where is that one? God, where'd my list go? I lost it. Now, if I had said like Asia and stuff, would have been a lot more, because I think there's like 3 other ones in Asia. I'll have to find it. I know it's somewhere. All right, question number 3. Which giant from Greek mythology had 100 eyes? Was that Argus or Hecatocheirus? Which giant from Greek mythology had 100 eyes? Rogue, quick to say Argus. It is Argus. Hecatocheirus actually had 100 arms. I'm not kidding. I did not make that one up. There is a Hecatocheirus that is known as the giant of 100 arms. So with that, Rogue, you get to choose another scroll. Which scroll would you like? Because believe it or not, I think every answer in my mythology section, except for maybe Manoa, was an actual... No, I know there had to be an island of Manoa, because I think I picked it. Number 11. We're looking for some more whammies. We get 120 whammies. Oh, nicely done, Rogue. You are now at 260 whammies. So the question is, do you risk the 260? Have a very good morning, Stacy. Be good. Take care of the kids, the Munchkins. And we will see you later, my dear. So, Rogue, do you stop at 260 or do you keep going? All right, Rogue is going to press. All right, Rogue, your next category is water, water, everywhere. So here is your first question. In which country would you find Pig Beach that is inhabited only by swimming pigs? I think that's supposed to be Pig Island. Is that the Bahamas or Ecuador? Well, you can, do not forget, you could draw a bad luck scroll. There are scrolls that will screw up the game. Gonna say the Bahamas. Is it the Bahamas? It is Pig Island, that is actually inhabited only by pigs, is one of the islands of the Bahamas. All right, question number 2. The distinctive flag of this Australian island features its green pine, and half of the mutineers of the HMS Bounty moved to this island from Pitcairn Island. Is that Norfolk Island or Cockatoo Island? The distinctive flag of this Australian island features its green pine, and half of the mutineers of the HMS Bounty moved to this island from Pitcairn Island. Is it Norfolk? It is Norfolk. You only need one more question right, Rogue, for another scroll. Due to the reception he received, by what nickname did Captain Cook originally call the Isle of Tonga? Did he refer to it as the Savage Islands or the Friendly Islands? Due to the reception he received, by what nickname did Captain Cook originally call Tonga? Was it the Savage Islands or the Friendly Islands? Is it the Friendly Islands? It is the Friendly Islands. And with that, Rogue, you get to choose another scroll. Number 14. And we get 50 more whammies. You are at 310. So the question is, do you want to stop at 310 or keep going? You're going to stop at 310. And again, I have to do this the hard way because, let's see, because I forgot to fix, or like I said, I had a fix, or I had code in here to fix this, and I screwed it up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for the next player. Basic rules apply. We basically have 5 minutes for anybody to volunteer. If you wish to try to take out Rogue. 310 is a big number, but like I said, I do know that I think the max scroll is 150. We've seen a 150. The dual scroll is still up there. Surprisingly, we've only hit one special. So far, the only scroll we've actually hit is the audience play. We have the elimination scroll. We have the dual scroll, the good luck scroll, and the jinx scroll. And like I said, the one I'm worried about is the good luck scroll. And like I said, tomorrow I'm going to literally sit down and try to remember what my coding was to fix my avatar mess up. Because like I said, I had it originally where once you stopped, it took your avatar and put it up top with your scoreboard. But apparently, I lost about 2 hours worth of coding, which does suck. So like I said, next week, folks, the plan is to do Who's Left Standing. If we can't do Who's Left Standing, we're going to do Jeopardy. Well, the plan is still 15-1. That is going to always be my number one goal, is to try to get 15-1 in. If we can't make 15-1, we're going to try to Who's Left Standing. If I can't get that one in, we're going to do Jeopardy. Because I found a code option where I might be able to do buzzers in VBA. I used the word might because apparently I've got to have a web server somewhere where I can drop one JSON file. So I'm not going to know for sure until I look at my Wix site and see if I can sneak that in there or not. And then the week after that is going to be games much like Avante un Altro, where we're going to do a bunch of one-player games. Send me a note about which question it did that on, Rogue, so I can fix it. It's probably one of those where I probably forgot to fix the alternate answers. Like, I'll bet it would take FDR, Franklin D. Roosevelt, probably F. Roosevelt. I was supposed to fix all the Franklin ones, and I thought I did, but I may not have. Yeah, I will. I'll check tomorrow or today and see if I can fix that one. I will lay odds that's one that just doesn't have enough alternates in it yet. Because I always hate FDR as an answer. Because you get people put Franklin Roosevelt, Franklin D without the period, Franklin D with the period, Franklin Roosevelt, FDR, and something else. All right, Kegs, you have yourself a good one, my friend. Give everybody my best. Yeah, like I said, I just have to fix a couple of the alternates on that one. I don't think you're going to get a challenger, Rogue. All right. So with that, Rogue, it is time for the finals. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I did the wrong one. Where's my finals missing? Hold on. Oh, God, I'm going to hate OneDrive if it did what I think it did. I'm going to kill OneDrive. We're going to know in a second. Oh, my bonus game got hosed. No, that's going to suck. I think my bonus game got hosed with the file corruption. Oh, it got broken. Damn it. Oh, crap. Let me go look. I think that one got broken. And yeah, it got broke. Damn it. I fixed it and I lost a file. No bonus game tonight. So with that, Rogue, you are officially our champion with 3,100 whammies and the prize for the night, which is what do I want to go with for my prize for tonight? I have so many choices. You know what? I'm going to go with Disney. Because I would have swore, Rogue, if I remember rightly, you were a Disney fan. If I remember rightly. So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, our Avante un Altro champion of the night Rogue Clown. And with that, Rogue, I am happy to say you now get to have something from Disney. And it's actually a... Let's see if I can do this without giving away too much. It's a Diamond Select. It is Mickey Mouse. It is Pluto. It is the Kingdom Hearts Mickey and Pluto with the key sword. That will be going to you, Rogue. So congratulations. That is yours. So I need to get over to my file of prizes. And again, I can't do Mickey's laugh anymore. I'm too old to do Mickey's laugh anymore. I used to be able to do it. I used to be really, really good at that. All right, guys. So with that, we are going to wrap it up tonight. I'm wide awake, so I'm probably going to stay up and on, and I'm probably going to try to do some of my decoding to get some stuff fixed. So you guys are probably going to see me doing screens and screen repeats and so on and so forth. And a lot of reused questions. But other than that, I think that's it for the night. So with that, we're going to wish each and every one of you a very happy Monday morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time of the day it is for you. Like I said, do not forget, next week, again, we're going to try to get 15 to 1. Well, we're officially late night Sundays every night now, Rogue. I moved the schedule because of my work schedule, so that I basically have Sunday nights to myself for the most part. So we're going to go back to giving away prizes. We're going to get the vaults in. We're going to get the list in. And a few other things along the way. And like I said, I'm hoping every so often we'll get enough people in for a big game. But like I said, if not, the game plan is we'll have one big game set up, one moderate game set up, and then then a smaller one, and then the one-player ones that can expand out. Sort of like a Untitled Chapter. Next week is, like I said, next week we're going to try 15 to 1. That's our goal. If we can't get that in, we'll do Who's Left Standing. If we can't get that one, we'll try to get Jeopardy. And if we can't get that one, maybe the Code. And then the week after that is going to be a variety of one-player games. So everybody that wants to do one will have a shot at a single game. That will include Price is Right. So some of them will be really quick. Some of them will be fairly longer. And then the week after that, find yourself a partner, because we're going to try to do some teams games where you and a partner will either play, what was I thinking? Pyramid, Wonder Ball, Take It or Leave It, Definition, and so on. So like I said, next week, Discord will probably be very important if we do Who's Left Standing. And then after that, we're just going to wing it and see what happens. All right, guys. So with that, we are going to wrap it up for the night. I want to thank everybody that was here. Rogue, congratulations. Like I said, Kegler had it until that last. You came in at the last minute on the timer, or the last second on the timer, because we were ready to give Kegler the win. And then, like I said, next week we'll see, and then we'll go from there. So with that, like we always say, be good to your friends, be good to your family, be good to your neighbors, be good to a stranger, because being good to a stranger will pay you back karma, guaranteed tenfold. And it's just the right thing to do. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wish each and every one of you a very good night. I need to see who is on, if anybody. I didn't even look to see if there was anybody on that we could raid. JB is still on. We'll see if we can raid JB. So everybody give JB my best, and we will see you guys tomorrow or next Sunday, same time, same late night, same after dark channel.